Hello and welcome to the final episode of Bastard of the Week. I'm going to do something a little bit different for this last episode. I'm going to not focus on one bastard, I'm going to focus on many bastards. In fact, there's so many bastards I can think of, and if you checked out my album, Bastards of Prog, you would see that the list is huge, and this series only spotlighted a few. But with that, here's a couple that I wanted to mention. Of course, starting off with Nina Simone. She's known as being one of the greatest jazz singers of all time. People forget that she was an incredible jazz pianist who only became an incredible jazz pianist because she wasn't allowed to study classical music because of her race. She went on to play so many different kinds of styles of music. Incredible blues musician too. But her sexuality, her political alignment with the Black Panthers, and her influence on everyone from, Adele to Jeff Buckley shows how proud she is. Beastie Boys. They're one of the most successful hip-hop bands of all time, but they started out as three Jewish best friends in New York who formed a punk power trio before they even had pubic hair. They made their own videos, they had their own record label, their own clothing stores, and they progressed from being drunk, misogynistic goofballs into being Buddhist husbands who made instrumental records. Then we have the Shaggs. You try playing the music of the Shaggs. It's hard. It's not of this earth, but it's of the earth. It's organic space pop music made by three sisters. A 2-guitar and 1-drummer lineup. Way before not having a bass player was a thing. In the early 2000s, that was the whole rage. They were doing it unconsciously in the late 60s. It's not that they're out of tune or out of time. They intentionally, they just were. They're the Shaggs, and we're people. Take 5 by Dave Brubeck. It's maybe the most popular song in Odd Time of all time. It's on an album called Time Out, followed by another one called Time Further Out. It's been used on so many movies and TV shows and commercials, and it's going to be played for the rest of the time. As long as there are intermediate jazz bands in school, or until there are no longer any saxophones on the planet, it will be played. Which is progressive. When you're writing songs for future generations, you're progressive. 17 by Winger. It's hard to play. Winger are great musicians. Rod Morgenstein, the drummer, was in the Dixie Dregs. Fusion chops, up the wazoo. And if you hear the bridge of this song, the beat displacement is crazy, and the solo is just some Eddie Van Halen 128 note stuff. But we don't remember that. We remember that the song because of the stupid video and the sleaziness of talking about being 17, even though it's in line with being sexy and 17, and she was just 17, you know what I mean? It's different when it's Winger, and it also looks like Kip Winger doesn't even know how to fucking hold a bass. It's prog and it's progressive. Trapped in a Closet. Speaking of underage sex, and although, fuck this dude, R. Kelly managed to squeeze a couple of movie-length music videos into 2 chords and no chorus. No one will ever do anything remotely like it again. Not just because it's a crazy idea, but no one will ever want to have their work compared to him. And that's progressive. God by Tori Amos. What time signature is that in? Who knows? Who cares? The lyrics are so good, the vocal is so brilliant, and the video features a beautiful redhead in lingerie playing with rats. I mean, people fell in love with Tori Amos because of it, and the song is confusing as fuck. It's sexy music that you cannot dance to. A couple albums. The Pretenders' first album. Prog all over the place. The odd time signatures in Phone Call, the grandiosity of the arrangement of Mystery Achievement, Space Invader, the instrumental, the best song Carole King never wrote, Brass in Pocket, and then Tattooed Love Boys, which is in Odd Time, and it's about being gang raped, but when she plays it live, people sing along to it. I shot my mouth off and you showed me what that hole was for. People cheer to that. What the fuck? Chrissy Hynde owned that shit because she's Prog. Sandinista by The Clash. A punk band makes a triple album featuring every kind of music they can think of, but really don't know how to play it. One could say doing that is very punk. I also say it's very Prog. Go big or go home or go fucking huge and stand there and have everyone stare at you. Christmas in the Heart by Bob Dylan, 2009. Fast forward to 1965 and tell yourself that a quarter of a century after making Freewheeling, that this guy, this Jewish beatnik, would channel Bing Crosby and make a bona fide Christmas album. Straight-faced, completely earnest. It's a progression that makes no sense, except if you love Bob Dylan, then it makes all sense. And lastly, 20 Jazz Funk Greats by Throbbing Gristle. The title is 20 Jazz Funk Greats. The album only has 11 songs, none of which can remotely be considered jazzy or funky. Furthermore, how can something be considered great before it's even released? Because Throbbing Gristle were fucking hilarious and very Prog. Thank you for your time. This is KRAKHOUSE, and this has been The Bastards.
Bastard of the Week.